Hello, hi guys, I'm your friend Sajid back again with another video. So, this video is again about Java programming language, and today our topic is recursion. So, it is difficult concept for some, but you can understand this with practice, but still you need to be careful while using this. So let's see what recursion is. So this technique is a general technique. It's not like only for Java. You can implement this concept in other programming languages as well. Okay, here what we are going to do. Recursion, let's see its definition. Recursion is a technique where where one function calls itself to solve some problem. So this technique, what it does, it breaks down complicated problems into simple problems and solves them in an easier way. So recursion may be a bit difficult to understand. I just said the best way to figure out how it works is to experiment with it, play with it, so that you can understand what a recursion is and how does it work. So we have two examples in our today's video. In this first example, what we're going to do, we will add numbers. Okay, okay, let's first explain why we have this example here. So adding two numbers is easy to do. Like if you are given two numbers, you can easily solve them. But for example, if you are given a range of numbers and you are asked to add them up, it's not easy, right? So recursion is one of the methods which you can use to add a range of numbers. So let's look at this example here. In this example, okay, what we are doing, we have been given a task to sum all the numbers from 0 to 10, right? So what we will do here, we have our integer result, and then we have defined a method called sum. This sum method takes argument as input, which is the last number in the range, and then gets a return result and then prints it out. Okay, let's look at it. For example, excuse me, we have this number 20 and we want to sum the numbers from 0 to 20. Let's compile and execute our code. So 210. Sorry. So this is how it this is the result. So now let's look at it, how it works. As we said in recursion, what we do, we one method calls itself. So we have public static int sum. This is our definition of the method. Int k is argument or parameter, which will be the last number of the range. And then we are putting one condition inside. If k is equal to 0, what we do, return k plus sum of k minus 1. So now you see, when we write sum again here, it means you are calling this method again from inside it with an argument k minus 1, means whatever the value was there before, you are calling the method again with one number less than the previous one, and we have a condition to break, and this goes on until k is more than 0, and then these things sum up and we have a result at the end, which is equal to the sum of all the numbers. So actually what it does is, here just look at this blue area. When we call the first time the method, and we are adding the number range of numbers up to 10, it takes 10 plus sum of 9, sum of a range up to 9, and then second round in next round it says like 10 plus 9 plus sum of 8, then 10 plus 9 plus 8 sum of 7. So in this way it reaches 0 and then it sums all these numbers. So since the function doesn't call itself when k is equal to 0, the program stops there and returns the result. So this is how calling the method itself from inside it, we have solved a complicated problem. Next, this important concept in recursion is halting condition. So as we know, in the loops, if we do not properly control the loops or do not define the conditions or logical expressions properly, we can have infinite looping. Or same can happen with recursion, because we are calling our method again and again, and if we do not end it, this calling procedure with some condition, it will be unlimited, it will be infinite, right? So we need some condition which will stop this sort of, you can say, recursive process, that is called halting condition. So it is helpful to see a variety of different examples to better understand the concept. I mean, here we are talked about 2 examples, but you should do experiments by getting more examples and look into it. In the example below, what we're going to do, we are adding 2 numbers. We are adding a range of numbers between start and end. Right, so here for example we have starting point 5, ending point 10, and our job is to sum all the numbers between them, like 6, 7, 8, 9, and 5 and 10 as well. So when we add them up, we get the result. Okay, so friends, now what happens in this program, we have the method called sum method. Again, here we have arguments or in parameters start and end. When we end is greater than start, what we are doing, we are returning end plus sum, and we are calling the method again with start and end minus 1. This is similar concept we have seen in previous example, and we are calling the method inside of it. So this loops through it. There is a halting condition. When this halting condition is met, we have the answer. So guys, developers, there's one last important key point. The developers should be very careful when doing a recursion, because as I said before, you can have a condition where are infinite, you can say, calling of the method. So and your code is not terminating anywhere. So in that case, you have impact on the processor power and memory usage. So but when you have written correctly, the recursion can be very efficient and mathematically it's a very elegant approach to programming. So I hope you understand the concept of recursion, and I would recommend you to find out more examples and do experiment with it, and learn to think recursively, so that you can solve complicated mathematical problems in easier way. So okay guys, I hope this video was useful. You learned something from this video, and if you have any question, you can ask in the comment section below. I was your teacher Sajid, and I'll be back again with another video. By that time, Allah Hafiz, and don't forget to subscribe and share.